Alright guys, so we're going to turn all this into chicken tenders. We're going to go from this to this. God, it looks so good, doesn't it? Alright guys, so starting off, of course, get the chicken, cut up the chicken. I went ahead and used chicken tenders. We usually do chicken tenders all the time when we do stuff like this. So just cut it up in small sections, however small you want it to. Make sure you do put a little bit of oil in the bowl before you put the chicken in.
She is now.
As I did here.
Should be, yeah.
So here in a little bit too, like when I cut the video out, like when I was speeding up and everything, I did cut a few of these bigger pieces up into smaller pieces because I got to thinking like, well, these are kind of a little bit too big, so let me go ahead and slice it down a little bit, make it a little bit smaller. So, yeah, this is the messy part about all this, cutting up the chicken and then mixing everything in. That's the messy part because your hands got to get all nasty. You got to clean your hands, then put all the seasoning stuff in. It's a mess. But I tell you what, the outcome of it all is worth it. It definitely is. Because you can sit here and be like, man, I did that. I took all my time and did this, created all this. Alright, so go ahead and take your 2 tablespoons of butter. And go ahead and put it in the frying pan. Go ahead and let it melt up and nice and good. So I went ahead and sped it up a little bit right here to go ahead and get it faster. But first, of course, we got to put our stuff in, right? Forgot about that. So you need to put half a teaspoon of salt and pepper, then 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of chili powder. We use dark. I use dark chili pepper because that's what we had, but it doesn't matter really. Honestly, it's your whatever you prefer. 1 teaspoon each of cumin, paprika, and dried cilantro. Make sure you get it all in the chicken. And then what I did, I took the spoon and I mixed it all up, mixed it all in. Serena, girl, calm down. Alright guys, so now that the butter's melted, we're gonna throw in our chicken. Had half the video pretty much on, had to do my audio over. There's so much commotion going on here, so I just wanted to put it on a little quieter, you know. Okay. And now we pretty much just let our chicken do its thing. It smells good. All right, now I don't know how many of you sit here and decide to clean as you cook, as you go along, but that's what I decided to do. I got a Clorox wipe, started cleaning up the stove, cleaning up my mess a little bit, go ahead and get ahead of it all, you know. Oh, and then right here, while the chicken's cooking, frying up, I went ahead, chopped up the lettuce, got it all cut up into pieces that, you know, for the tacos, and then I started slicing up some tomatoes as well, that what we have for it. So I'll use just a knife and go ahead and cut it up. You can get, you know, a cutter if you want to, however you prefer, however you want your tomatoes. If you want tomatoes, you don't have to have tomatoes. If you want anything else like peppers or something like that, onions, you know, go ahead and cut those up while your chicken's cooking. That's the best thing to do. That way your chicken's cooking, it's going, and you can do something else while it's going. You know what I'm saying? So. Alright, so I don't know if any of you guys do this, but we'll heat up our oven and bake our taco shells for a little bit. I did it with the hard shells this time. Usually we do it with hard and soft to kind of give it like a little crispness to it. But, you know, I just went ahead, like I said, I just went ahead and did the hard taco shells in the oven. And I used the soft taco shells, of course, fried it in the pan with the food. That way it gets all the cheese and everything melty, which is also another great way. I really love it that way, too. So here it is about, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Our chicken is finally done. We went ahead and made sure it was fully cooked because nobody wants raw chicken or a little bit undercooked chicken. But at the same time, you want it juicy. You want it nice and good and flavorful. And God, this chicken, it looks so good, doesn't it? God, it looks so good. All right, so here's the fun part. Go ahead and get you a little piece of butter. Go ahead and put it in the pan and let it melt up a little bit. Because now we're going to go ahead and start making our taco salad. Or chicken taco, sorry, not taco salad. Ugh. Go ahead and let it melt. Go ahead and get your tortilla wrap, rub a little butter on there. Just throw it in there. Put your chicken on top, half of it. Put your chicken in. Put your tomatoes, your lettuce, your cheese, green peppers, onions, whatever it is you're going to put into it. Whatever you desire. But here I just use chicken, lettuce, tomatoes, and cheese. And I close it up, let it start cooking. And then after, you know, about a minute or two, or however you like it is, if you want your shell to be a little bit crispy, have a little crisp to it, let it sit in there a little bit, you know. Put a little bit higher heat maybe. I kept mine on low there, just letting mine simmer into it. That way everything can melt and does just nice and come out nice and juicy. Now as you guys see, stuff started coming out of it when I flipped it over, so I'm trying to push it back in the best I can. That way it's not sticking too bad to the pan. That way, try to get it back in the taco, you know. Gotta have it in there. Yeah, this is grilling up nice and good right here. You gotta be careful flipping it over. It is good to use your other hand maybe to kind of hold it and flip it quick, but not too quick where everything's gonna fly out. So you just got to be cautious on that. And again, here's everything trying to fall out and has smushed back in there. But overall, hey, it came out really good. Look at that. Can't wait to eat this. All right, you guys. So, taste test now. Let's see how this thing is. That's good. It does need a little hot sauce though. Add a little flavor. All right. Let me know if you guys make this thing. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe too, guys. We'll have more coming.